start of the 63, were you there?
I was there in 63. I played the first practice match here. I was still going to school in Mento, Merriman.
Oh, okay.
And I was probably two-thirds of the way during the year, because I played in school football on Friday.
Yeah.
A guy named Keith Perry rang me.
Okay.
Keith Perry was team manager and he was a hairdresser at the concourse.
Okay.
He rang me and he said, look, if you get to the training on Thursday nights, I'll take you home every Thursday night and I'll pick you up Saturdays and I'll bring you home Saturdays. I live in Oakley.
Right.
And I said, okay. And so he did.
And how old were you then?
I was about 7, 8.
Okay.
So on Friday, Thursday nights I would train. I was taken home after. Before I was taken home, I actually went in for dinner with him and his lovely wife Jenny at the Fork and Spoon restaurant in the concourse. Remember that? First time there for dinner.
Yeah.
And it grew a wonderful relationship between Keith and myself.
Okay.
In fact, really good. Keith gave away my wife, who I met down here in the 60s.
Okay.
He gave her away when we were married in 1970.
Yeah.
And I spoke at Keith's funeral about 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
He asked me to speak.
Yeah.
I said, what do I talk about? He says, talk about you and me.
Right.
So there was a real bond, thanks to the Dunrice Footy Club. As it was with my first coach, Frank Reid.
Yeah.
Wonderful man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Premiership under Frank in 65, runners up 64, Premiership 65. And then with Frank Sherrard, 1970. Wonderful bond there. Talking a lot about footy, Frank Sherrard did. But we all made him with Frank Reid and the first president, Peter Eldred, with Ruth, his darling wife.
Yeah.
We used to go down there regularly at his house in a row. A very close club.
Yeah. Fantastic.
So, wonderful times.
Did you, was your first game for the Bowie Footy Club in the seniors?
Yes, first game in the
seniors.
seniors.
So as a 17-year-old?
Yeah, I was in about the third or fourth game. I remember I got knocked out at, my own fault, ran into someone's knee at East Brighton. And they took me home, dressed me, took me home. And the next day, I had several phone calls of visitors, which told me something about the club, very, very close club.
Okay.
Something I've never forgotten because I did the same thing later on when I was a coach, someone got hurt. Yeah. So wonderful memories,
Fantastic.
So it was mentoring from Frank Reid, Frank Sherrard, Ted King, of course, George Druce, Peter Kane, and of course Keith Perry.
So it started in 63, 63, 64, how did the team perform in those years?
63, middle of the road, 64 runners up to a very strong team called Hawthorn Amateurs, which was a very small ground in Hawthorn. In 65 we played them again during the year, but we were toughened up then. We had a few more tough players join the club and we were able to stand up against them, and we beat them in 65, in the grand final 65.
Okay. And
sorry, but Carnegie in the grand final 65.
Right. And you're an amateur club playing in a professional league at that point?
Yeah, there's other clubs getting paid. We're having a club, and in fact, the first time a payment was ever paid at Beaumaris was in 1970.
Okay.
71, sorry, 71.
Okay.
71.
Okay.
They formed the Blue Pointers, a supporters group, and they got a few dollars together and just paid a few players.
Okay. And then after the, can you remember anything of the 65 Premiership? And
I remember winning easily, and the celebrations after. It was an easy win. Then we went up to, at that stage it was what we called the Reserve Open division. We went up to the senior division in 66.
Right.
And they were playing against the top teams in that South East Suburban Football League. And one of them was Murrumbina, who played against here. I always remember that because I was playing against a league footballer, a guy named Peake, and I did my knee and I didn't play for the 9-10 weeks. Coming back, played, did it again, and spent a few weeks in hospital getting it fixed up. That was 66. 67, we finished about middle of the road again in 66. 67, from my point of view, I was vice captain on my 50th game. Worst game of football I think any footballer's ever played at Beaumaris with me. It was shocking. Missed marks, missed kicks, and the last because you didn't have interchange then, you had to stay on the ground, and it was terrible. And I finally went off middle of the last quarter. And I felt so bad about it. I let the team down, and I went and sat down next to the coach's box.
Yep.
And the coach, Frank Reid, he stood up and came across, put his hand on my shoulder, and he said, "Well, footballers have those days, John. Don't worry about it. You'll be right next week. Give me a lift." So that was fine next week. That week was shocking.
In those days.
Yeah, in those years.
What was the standard of the competition? Was it one of the preeminent
Oh yes, oh yes. East Brighton, strong club, powerful club. Hawthorn, powerful club.
Carl Dittrich came from East Brighton.
East Brighton, he did. Yeah. We didn't play a clinical playing against him. No, we were up against it. Other clubs are getting paid. We did well. We did well. In '69 we got relegated, but we're doing okay. Relegated, and in '70 we won the flag. That was special under Frank Sherrard.
So, when had Frank Reid finished coaching and Frank had come
Frank Reid got fired. Can I say that's the proper word? Fired. He got sacked at the end of '67.
Okay.
And it upset a lot of people, including me. I wasn't happy about it at all.
Especially if you're a premiership coach 2 years
Yeah,
before.
that's right. No, he was a wonderful man.
And Frank Sherrard up until that time had been...
Underage coach?
Yep.
A very good underage coach, but he'd had experience before that. Seddon, he'd coached in the Footscray districts. Seddon coached them to a premiership.
Okay.
So he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
So when he took over, when he was 60, I think it was '69, he was coach of the ones, 70 coach of the ones, then retired as a premiership coach. Smart man.
Okay. And did Frank Reid still have an association with the club after that?
After that he did. He became president later on.
Okay.
He went away for a while, and he come back and became president. In fact, in 77 won the premiership under Jerry Callahan, and Frank Reid I think was president then. And then in '78 he enticed me to come back and be a reserves coach. Okay. Thanks to Frank, I came back and enjoyed many wonderful years after that at Belmont.
So after the '70 premiership, so you're a dual premiership player. How much longer after that did you finish playing?
Oh, I played '71, and had a bad injury in '71. Played in '72, but not very good. At that stage I was married and a couple of kids, night studies. So I was a struggle after that for a couple of years. I stopped playing.
Okay. Did you play at any other clubs other than Bowie?
No, only played at Bowie. Never played anywhere else. I was at school. I was playing footy at school on a Friday and playing with the Sharks on a Saturday at a ground. Unbelievably, it was bigger than what it is now.
Really?
It was bigger. It was about 10 metres wider around this side of the ground, around the Oak Street side of the ground. And I recall having to rove on that ground with Bobby Quinn.
Right.
And roving with Bobby Quinn, he stayed on the ball about a minute each time. And John Hennessy, another one. I think it was a big ground.
Yeah. And what was here before the ground?
I think it was some sort of tip swamp or something.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how big was the first clubhouse there?
Where the bar is now, just the bar, was our club rooms, the Sharks club rooms. And it was a Saturday night function we have in there, come around and keep going.
You had to take turns in coming in?
Yeah, that was very small. It was very small. And then in 1970 they built the rooms as they are now, the changing rooms as they are now. Not the front part, just the change rooms. That was our rooms in 1970. And then later on, I think in 86, they had the new rooms going in 86.
Okay. As marvellous as they are.
But this came later. This came later. Yeah, 86 it was the bar at the front, the social rooms at the front, the changing rooms that they are now, and this came many years later.
Okay. And you got enticed back to the club after you finished, and then coached the reserves.
Coached reserves
in '78.
'78 with Jerry Callahan as the senior coach, and it was wonderful getting the opportunity to be involved with him because he was an idol of mine when he was captain and coach of Williamstown in VFA. The guy was a legend in VFA. So to actually be associated with him and learning off him, he used to give me all his football material that he had set up over the years. It was a wonderful experience for me. He coached for a couple of years, and then John McNicholas took over. In 1980, 1980, John McNicholas took over. And we had John for a couple of years, or 3 years. I was still reserves coach. And then an opportunity came for me to be a senior coach somewhere else, and I went away. Then came back in '86 and coached the seniors here. That was a wonderful experience too.
So how long did you coach the seniors?
Coached the seniors for 4 years and had a lot of good players. Players like the McNicholses, Mickey Mack and Tommy Mack and Greg Barclay, who captained the club I think for about 8 years. Some great footballers playing around at that time. Johnny McLeod, Greg Evans, A lot of great footballers playing at that time. We played against teams like Noble Park and Bourne. Noble Park were a power. In '86, we kicked badly in the grand final, kicked something like 8 goals, 22, and got done by about 11 or 12 points against Noble Park. And the following year, I think Bourne cleaned us up. So we made finals 3 of those 4 years.
So even though not a premiership, a successful, strong side.
Yeah, we were a strong club. We were a strong club, competing against very, very strong clubs who paid a lot of money for their players. We became more professional, I suppose, in the 86, 87. We got a bit of sponsorship in the club. Stan Gagas came along. He sponsored the club to very generous sponsorship for the club. That sort of kept us going there. There's another part of that by Morris is to bring along people to the club, introduce them to the club, and see them fit in so well over many years. Legends of the club, like Andy Easton, perfect example. Players like that to come along and enjoy themselves and achieve wonderful things for the Sharks.
So who, in your time, who do you think the best footballer that Bowie produced?
Gee, that's a tough call. I suppose Andy Moyer was one of the best. He was a young player here, underage player. He went and played in Melbourne, then came back. He played very good footy here. A guy named Ian Todd was very good. We got him from Oakland. He played a few years here, very good player. I suppose Kenny Robinson, I think he was a competition best and fairest winner. Of course, Johnny McLeod.
He played over 300 games?
Oh, yeah. All the McNicholses, all very good. John McNicholas, excellent ruckman. In fact, I played with John in the 70 premiership team. He was a 17-year-old. In the forward pocket and did some good work there. Greg Barclay, tough, hard, strong player. There was Dale Evans. I remember Dale Evans, an excellent player for the Sharks. Really good. Lots of good players for the Sharks.
And any memories of characters or stories?
There've been a lot of stories. I've been involved with Andy Sheldrake over many years. Andy Sheldrake's a legend down here. And one story about Andy Sheldrake, sort of person he was, we were playing, I think it was 1970 or 71, we were playing here, and it was one of the first games of the year, and Kevin Graves, was a star player, Kevin Graves. Big kick, used to get the ball and run and bounce and kick big goals. I remember him running down the middle of the ground to the centre wicket with a guy chasing him. And I come in to put a shepherd on, and this guy's thumped me as I was trying to shepherd, and I've hit this rock hard cricket pitch. Bounced a few times. And I looked up, and the bloody guy's kicked a goal torpedo, it's gone for a goal post high, And Kevin's, of course, throwing the arms up in the air, running around, and everyone's cheering, except Andy Sheldrake. He came across, he actually picked me up, I was stuffed. He said, "Great shepherd, Skipper, great shepherd." I had a good feeling about that. I was really felt good about that. At least Andy was a great team player. Always did things for the team.
Fantastic. And
we had one of the better back lines of all time, and Mickey, Neil McGregor and Marty Harris, all good players under by 1970. A lot of good players. A lot of wonderful memories here. When you meet the person you married for 40 odd years, you meet her down here, and it's still still strong.
Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John. Thanks for your time.
Thanks very much.
Mate.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you for that. Hopefully I've pushed off the right button.